Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You're all very welcome to the LIT Conferring this afternoon. My name is Terry Toomey and I'll be a Master of Ceremonies for the afternoon. This conferring ceremony is streaming live on the internet, so if anybody is sick or couldn't make it today, if you send them a text, they can watch it on YouTube. A couple of housekeeping items before we begin. 3 emergency exits, one to the left, one to the right, and then at the back where you came in earlier on. Could I ask you to please switch off all mobile phones before we begin? The formal proceedings begin today with the academic procession. I invite you to now please stand for the academic procession. Please be seated. I will begin by introducing the members of the conferring panel to you. To my left is Mr. Jonathan McNamara, Dean of the Faculty of Business and Humanities, and Professor Vincent Canaan, President of LIT. I now call on Mr. Jonathan McNamara, Dean of the Faculty of Business and Humanities, to address you.
President, Registrar, colleagues, graduates, congratulations. Well done. These things often get quite formal. It's a celebration today. Feel free to relax and enjoy and celebrate what is a fantastic achievement. On behalf of myself, Elaine Barry, and James Collins, and all of the faculty who are here today, we want you to know that we're very proud of you. We're delighted that you're here. In all my graduation, I have 4 departments that I work with. I talk to students and families, and I tell them different things. But standing up here today, I know I'm talking to the best, absolute S&C graduates in Ireland that this country is producing at the moment. And the people who are going to change this sector are sitting in the room. And as I say, as a faculty team and the lecturing team, that makes us very proud and very happy. Just some details since you've left. We're doing well as an institute. Our strategic plan is in place and we're growing. Many plans for Thurles. We're looking at 2 or 3 new courses to come down here related, in some cases, to sports recognition, but also looking at the business side of sport, how we're moving forward. We continue our policy of active learning. What we are is we're work ready. What you are is work ready. Today, while you were all beautifying and making everything look fabulous, we had nearly 200 kids from 8 schools, secondary schools around the region over in our sports lab, going through different exercises and classes, educating on what we do here in our programs here. And not only were they going through it and enjoying it, they were going through it with our lecturing staff and also our students. And that's really important to us, that you're involved in everything that we do in regards to our delivery. We as an institute have decided that by 2025, every single program, I know you guys already have it, will have a work placement, which will feed that active learning environment that we want to create. We have this year appointed a Vice President of Equality and Diversity as we, as an institute, pursue making LIT and society a more equal and fair place for everyone. And it's something that's very, very deep and to what we want to achieve. Our strength is you. People tell us all the time that our students are work ready, are delivering to companies and to sectors that they're working with, and that indeed makes us very proud and allows us, to feel good about what we're doing here. Each year I get the pleasure of standing up here and talking about what today is about, what graduation is about. So you're just about to get a parchment from our President's graduation name. And what does graduation mean? So what does it actually really mean? A lot of makeup. A lot of smellies. The room is waxing beautifully. It's a very special day for your families. For some people it can be a sad day. There may have been people who have been with you through your journey to get here who aren't with us today. And it's a day of reflection for those people who have passed. You'll probably finish here, go for dinner. If you're lucky, someone will buy it for you. It's always nice. And then hopefully, if you get a chance, you'll meet up with your friends and you'll celebrate. And that is absolutely critically important, that you enjoy and celebrate this moment. But that's not all what graduation is about. We're here today to celebrate success. We're here today to celebrate resilience. We're here today to celebrate achievement. Actually, what we're here today to do is celebrate your success, your achievement, and your resilience. As you go through life, and I'm sure for many of you this has already happened, life is hard, and things don't go your way. And we need crutches, and we need things that we've achieved in our life to reassure us that we're successful. And as a nation, sometimes we as Irish people aren't very good at taking compliments or feeling good about successes. Today you've done good. Today isn't an ordinary day. Those projects that you missed, those presentations you have to stay up for, those exams you have to sit, those work placements you did. That's today, that's what it's about. You have succeeded. You have achieved. And you have done you and your family and all of these staff proud. Now here's the key. If you feel that, right, as you go through this life, you will remember it and you will keep it with you. And then what you'll do is you'll try and share it. And you'll try and inspire other people. And together, your learning will inspire everyone, and you as a person will have developed and moved on. I get the pleasure of calling all of these people my colleagues. Every day that's what we try and do. When we prepare a class, when we go to visit you, when we assess you, what we're trying to do is inspire you for today, for your achievement, for your resilience, for your success. Congratulations.
President of Limerick Institute of Technology, Professor Vincent Canaan, to formally confer the LIT Awards on the graduates.
Our County Institute, Goram Dapnach Tani, our All Memorial Institute, Tatuation Kagdan Shin the Wachimak. Of the Aaron will Corford a Hogan where he shin the Malahar, Kunabara Hobart Live, go forward. On behalf of the Institute, I hereby confer awards on the learners of the Institute who have achieved the standard for those awards. And I ask that those learners be presented to me so that I may formally present them with their parchment.
Remember, this is a celebration. And if your son or daughter or husband or boyfriend or whatever pick up a part, feel free to cheer and enjoy that success. The highlight of my year. I now call on President Vincent Canaan to present the parchments, and I call on Miss Elaine Barry, Head of the Department of Sport, Leisure and Tourism, to announce the graduates.
Give a minute or two for the graduates to line up.
Present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed a course in the Faculty of Business and Humanities Department of Sport and are worthy of the award of Bachelor of Science in Sports Strength and Conditioning, and I request you to present their questions to them. Tyler Billido, in absentia. Killian Brown, in absentia. Marcus Burrows. Sean Crawford. Jessica D. in absentia. Robert Dowling. Padraig Enright in absentia. Travis Phelps in absentia. McDara Gallagher in absentia. Killian Gavin in absentia. Colton Gibb in absentia. Shane Keating in absentia. Owen Keogh in absentia. David Longpack in absentia. Stephen McGuire. Conal Bannon in absentia. Natasha Martin. Dara McDonough. James Reed in absentia. Stephen Shields. Owen Smith. Isaac Taylor in absentia. President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed a course in the Faculty of Business and Humanities, Department of Sport, and are worthy of the award of Bachelor of Science Honours in Sports Strength and Conditioning, and I request you to present their parchments to me. Eric Bandler. John Blackwell. Dara Bolton. Kieran Boyle. Rory Byrne. Owen Cleary. Cormac Colton in absentia. Mark Cullen. Pat Kern. Christina Desmond. Aidan Doyle. Luke Donnelly. Kevin Dunn. Luke Finnegan. Luke Fitzgerald. Donna Flannery. Nia Foley. Matthew Golden in absentia. Jennifer Grace. Dara Hanratty in absentia. Garrett Higgins. Tulu Vitoya. Andrew Kelly. Christopher Kelly. Jack Kenny. Alex Kirker. Davy Lyons in absentia. Callum McGrath. Niamh McMahon. Sean Mulholland. Matua Shlumpik. Ashley Lee Concour. Shauna Prulia. Margaret O'Brady. Liam O'Neill. Declan O'Rahilly. Brian Staplum in absentia. Killian Thompson. Angelo Walsh. Adam Whitmore in absentia. President, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed a course in the Faculty of Business and Humanities, Department of Sport, and are worthy of the award of Masters of Science in Strength and Conditioning, and I request you to present their parchments to them. Diarmuid Carr in absentia. Sinead, Diarmuid Carr. Twice. Sinead Costello. Eric Curry. Justin Daly in absentia. I am Stephanie England. Faculty of Business and Humanities, Sports, Leisure and Tourism graduates.
We come now to the special awards ceremony for outstanding achievement. And I invite the President to make the awards. The first of our special awards is the Sports Physio Supplies Award. This is presented for excellence on the Bachelor of Science Honours in Sports Strength and Conditioning. And the award goes to Dara Bolton. the second Sports Physio Supplies Award is for Best Dissertation on the Master of Science in Strength and Conditioning. And the award goes to Eugene McIntyre. Our final award is the Rita Clohessy Commemorative Award. This award will be presented by Maura Marr of the LIT Tipperary Staff Social Club. And the Rita Clohessy Memorial Award goes to Christina Desmond. President of Limerick Institute of Technology, Professor Vincent Cannan, to address you.
Just when you thought it was all over. I card you. The ass of going over the main show on you. I was white love, it can't be the false out of Blair. Friends, you're very welcome here to LIT Thurles. I hope you're enjoying it so far. I can change that. So today we're delighted to recognise you, our newest graduates. So as Donica said, today is a very special day. Special day for your graduates, special day for your families. It's also a very special day for LIT. But these are the days that reveal to us the value of the work that everyone here has been putting in over the last number of years. You, the graduates, your families, and the staff here at LIT Thurles. The community here in Thurles, on this campus, is a particularly close one. And this is the one time that we all get together as a single community to recognise our own, you, the graduates, for the commitment, the ability, and the perseverance that you have shown in getting to this stage. And to the parents, the guardians, the spouses and the families of the graduates, I also say heartiest congratulations to you as well. You too are part of our LIT community. And I think maybe there were some times though when some of you may not think that this day would ever come. No. If you did, it's all the sweeter for the fact that it has arrived. But just in recognition of the role of the families and the supporters, maybe the graduates themselves would stand up, turn to your families, and give them a round of applause. Yeah, not bad. Now, graduates, you've received your education from an institution whose roots in technical and artistic education goes right back to the foundation of the Limerick Athenaeum in 1852. This is a distinctive educational lineage that we have been delivering here in Thurles now for a number of years. So you now join a long line of graduates who have gone before you, take their place in society, and many of those have helped to mould that society. This is the proud legacy that you can take with you now, and something that you can take great pride in. You've received your education at an institution that puts its students at the heart of everything we do. And the ceremony that marks the transition point from you being part of the student community, our student community, now being part of our community of LIT graduates. Now I know, as the Dean has already said, that the staff here are very proud of you. I am very proud of each and every one of you. But I hope you share that pride, and that your families and communities share that pride as well. And on your behalf, graduate, I'd also like to thank all the staff here in LIT Thurles who have helped you along the way, and sincere thanks to everybody here as well. So, you graduate today knowing you have a good education, knowing you have a recognised and respected qualification, because your qualification is recognised worldwide, internationally, amongst employers. And that's because we develop our programs with industry, with communities, state agencies and others. You are the direct beneficiary of all that, as indeed will your families and your communities. We have high hopes for you, and as Donegal said, we believe that you will change the economy and even the state itself. You're graduating into possibly the best economic situation that we have seen in this region in many years. We've just received the results of our Higher Education Authority's Graduate Employment Survey for last year, 2017. And it makes for very heartening reading for all of us here in the LIT community. 95% of last year's graduating class either went directly into employment or into further study. 95%. Think about that now. So only 5% were looking for employment across all the diverse programs that LIT operates. If you compare that to the national youth unemployment rate, it's still stubbornly stuck at 12%. So it's a tremendous achievement. And it's not that people are going into poorly paid jobs, or that they have to emigrate in order to find employment. 1/3 of our graduates were on a salary of over €30,000 last year as a starting salary. The average was around 26,000. And 3/4 of all those employed were working in Limerick, Clare or Tipperary. About another 10% were working in the rest of Munster. Now results like this do not happen by accident. They happen because the staff of LIT work hard to deliver an education that makes you as work ready as possible. This creates a virtuous cycle. You get good jobs. Employers invest here because you have the skills, the knowledge, and most importantly the attitude that the modern workplace needs. You will become the leaders of tomorrow. You will develop new skills and abilities that will keep on generating more and more benefit for the economy and society. Now it's really, really important for all of us here in LIT that we are allowed to keep doing this and taking the kind of approach that we do. It's about awareness in our staff and a commitment to continuous improvement. It's about staff being allowed to do a great job. But what we had to do this year or last year in order to be successful may not be what we need to do next year or the year after if we're going to continue this success. It means that we challenge ourselves every single day. That's what continuous improvement is all about. There is no such thing as resting on our laurels. If we want to sustain days like this, it means being agile, committed and responsive. And I promise you, we will continue to do this. This is our choice, reflected in our new strategic plan, launched earlier this year, which puts LIT on a trajectory to become a technological university. But we will be a different kind of university, one that is obviously ambitious, but one that sets its own targets, one that is underpinned by the values its staff hold most important: supportive, accessible, equitable, innovative, and excellence based on continuous improvement. And this is particularly relevant for LIT Thurles as it emerges as a location of excellence for higher education in areas that directly impact on our wellness, whether that be through sport, technology, the environment, or social care and education. Those of you graduating from our sports strength and conditioning degree programs have been educated in health, wellness, nutrition, movement, strength, conditioning, all of these things that are so fundamental to how life is lived. You will go on, as the Dean has said, and help make communities healthier, more active, and help individuals to reach their potential. These are things that increasingly reflect the key concerns of modern life. They are leading, amongst other things, to you, our graduates, being better, and the betterment of the society we all live in. But we must be supported by government in what we do. Our sector is increasingly defined by what is known as the Hunt Report, which was published in 2011. It is the current blueprint for Irish third-level education. It defines our funding and tells us that, amongst other things, the institutes of technology should merge, should face more international competition, and should fundamentally change. Now I ask you, if 95% of our graduates are in employment or further study, if students are coming to us from very diverse backgrounds, if we are retaining those students here in college, if we are keeping companies and people in this region, I want to know what we are doing wrong and why we must change so fundamentally. Because we work for you, your communities, our regional economy, and our society. And we are delivering, and we should be allowed to continue to deliver. So in that context, I believe that it's time to reflect on whether the Hunt Report still provides the right blueprint for our sector, given where we are now. And we have a new Minister for Education and Skills. He's a fellow Donegal, so he must be very good. And I'm calling on that Minister now, at the start of his tenure, to review the Hunt Report in the light of the environment we find ourselves in today. Because the reality is that the challenges this sector faces are very different from when the Hunt Report was published. But indeed, many of the key elements of that report have actually been delivered. In only 2 months' time, the Technological University of Dublin will come into being, which is the amalgamation of DIT, Blanchardstown and Tallaght. But when the Hunt Report was published, youth unemployment was just under 40%. Today it is, I'd say, about 12%. The country was in a 9F programme in 2011. Last month's budget saw a small surplus. We have to keep doing what we are doing and not be constrained by a policy that no longer looks fit for purpose for where the country is at today. And from where I sit, the biggest challenges to us lie in a policy that was written for a different time and a different country. And I continue to wonder if there's a lack of understanding in government of what it is this sector does. Because if you understood this sector, you would fund it appropriately. The representative body for the Institutes of Technology, known as THEA, made a pre-budget submission that asked government to enter into a partnership with us to generate the optimum return for the state on their investment in the Institutes of Technology. And it reflects one of the lessons that LIT has learned over the years, that partnership and proper planning benefit people. Now, I chaired that THEA's budget group, and I can tell you that what we proposed was relatively simple. We are not looking for money just to expand and add to our prestige. We're looking for it to add to the well-being of our society. If you invest in our facilities and our people, we will pass that directly onto our students in such a way as the economy and society will get a huge dividend. It's a win-win-win scenario. And that's what I believe we need to do. Take a longer term view with proper planning. And we can educate people, such as these graduates here, in such a way that they will have a multiplier impact on the economy and society. But we need further investment, and we need it now. And the bottom line is that we should be left free to do what we do best. Educate you in a way that fits your needs and the needs of our region. But at the end of the day, it's a simple idea. We're looking for a ripple effect. We just want the government to drop a small pebble here in this part of Thurles and leave us to do the rest. And I'm asking the graduates here today to become part of that movement so that we can change how the government thinks about what we do. But in saying that, it is also your day to celebrate. And we here in LIT have a lot to celebrate as well as you graduates. And for those of you in the sports area, of course, you're going to miss out on some of our new facilities. We'll come back to us again. We're planning a new sports facility here in Thurles that will facilitate Tipperary GEA. And we're working with Tennis Ireland to provide new indoor courts outside of Dublin. But we're also insisting that those facilities be opened up to the wider community. Not just for elite athletes, but for the wider community and the well-being of that community. Because that's what we do. We open things up for everybody. And just to say about achievement, our chair the last 5 years, Niall Green, is not with us today. He's just stepped down at the end of his term. Niall was the chair of our governing body for the last 5 years. And he helped lead LIT through challenges and some great change. He was the chair here for the duration of your education, guiding LIT through a difficult period, all the time with a steady hand that comes from wisdom and experience. So graduates, you've now embarked on a life that is the result of your hard work in an institution that cared for you and will always care for what you do. And to quote W.B. Yeats, education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. Each and every one of you now hold a small flame in your hands. I'm asking you at some point to nourish that flame and to pass it on to someone else in your professional and personal life. And hopefully they will pass that on. And pretty soon, you'll be lighting up the world around you for many years to come. This is our last graduation of 2017. We've had 9 graduation ceremonies like this. This is the 9th. 9 of 9. It's very appropriate we should be here at Thurles. It's also appropriate that the Sports Strength and Conditioning should be the last one, since the likelihood of breaking my hand was greatly increased there by the strength of the graduates that were through. We don't graduate. We would do 20 ceremonies next year. Because these, and we really mean this, like I said, and we would all mean it, these are great days. This is what we're all about. These are the great days of celebration. But it's all about how did you get here? How did you get through? You come out the far end. The future is very bright. Everybody in this room. So I'd like to thank especially all the team that's put on these graduations down through the last 9 ceremonies. Terry Toomey does an incredible job and leads a team of professionals that make this thing happen. And from around the place, everybody contributes at all levels of the organisation. Linda Barry in particular coordinating that effort. So I'd like to thank on behalf of all the graduates who have gone through and for a very appreciative organisation role to Terry and Linda and all the team and everybody's help over the last number of 9 days in making this a 9 successful ceremony. So I'd like to thank everybody. So finally, graduates, everyone here in LIT wishes you the very best. We hope you remember us fondly. And please do stay in touch. But keep that flame lit. At some point, pass it on. Mahardigas O'Cree Liv Belair. Congratulations from the heart to all of you. I hope you've had the time of your lives. Rowena my love Belair.
We come now to the end of this conferring ceremony, and we'd like to thank you and commend you on your participation in the ceremony today. We invite the graduates and their guests to join us for some light refreshments afterwards in the restaurant when the conferring ceremony has finished. I now declare this conferring ceremony closed. Please stand for the academic procession.